Hi, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. I've been asked to critique the band for Missouri Military Academy. This is going to be fun. Honestly, I'm eager to do this. I've never seen this this video before, or the walk back in time review. That's interesting. I'm excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Missouri Military Academy proudly welcomes you to our 2021 Walk Back in Time review. A review is a military ceremony.
Grass doesn't help their camera operator.
Assign a specific color or number for identification and position on the battlefield. In the American Army, reviews were initiated during the Revolutionary War by George Washington's drillmaster Baron Friedrich von Steuben, whose guidance formed the backbone of drill and ceremonies of the U.S. Army even to this day. The presence of the band represents the significant role that the drum pipe and other musical instruments have played throughout military history for signaling in camp or on the battlefield. The colors at the center of the formation represents their presence of the forefront of the unit during the heat of battle. In battle, the color or flag party march at the front and center of its unit as a...
All right, so far, really nice entrance band. Good technique, good alignment. Technique as far as marching is concerned. And then you got a couple of pipers there. That's really nice. I like that a lot. So drum major, and then maybe band guidon bearer. I'm not sure. So band director to the side. I'm not sure. Usually band directors are at the right of the formation at the lead. But we'll find out. We'll all find out together.
The unit to organize itself around. By leading the unit into battle, the colors became prime targets because victories were expressed in terms of number of enemies.
So drum major, why did you face to the left?
Itself around. By
Spin,
leading the unit into
and then
battle,
face again.
the colors became prime targets because victories were expressed in terms of number of enemy colors captured. So the color party bore the brunt of the battle and suffered heavy casualties. Today, the color guard posts at the center of the formation as a reminder of its historic significance.
Did you hear that, everyone? The color guard is at the center of the formation. I wrote an article about this, had a couple of social media posts about it, because everybody thinks, oh, honor, 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 honor. That's it. That's all we think usually, is just, the honor is in the front. It's got to be in the front. The color guard must be in the front. The color guard must lead. The colors in the front, in the front, in the front. And that's, yeah, I know it's getting annoying, but that's what I keep receiving, is that
review consists of
that
four
kind of
stages:
annoying
a formation of troops, inspection of the units, presentation of honors, and a passive
repetition.
review. First is the formation
Without
of troops, in which MMA's
thinking
battalion
at
staff
all.
and band lead
Colors are
MMA's
in the
4
center.
cadet companies onto the parade field, where they are formed for the review. The band will also sound off by performing on the field for a viewing audience. The second stage, inspection, will see the individual units perform manual of arms, followed by the staff officers trooping the line. Stage 3 is presentation and honors, in which all officers and colors centered on the parade reviewing officer while the national anthem is played. Awards and recognitions are also bestowed upon deserving individuals. In Stage 4, the Corps of Cadets will conduct the pass and review. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The 133rd Corps of Cadets at the Missouri Military Academy welcomes you to today's Walk Back in Time review. I'm your announcer, Cadet Evan Schreier of Dallas, Texas.
Good job, Evan.
To your far left is the MMA Marching Band, commanded by Drum Major Cadet Kevin Sangster of Las Vegas, Nevada. The company First Sergeant is Cadet Gavin Roberts of Rogers, Arizona. Next is Bravo Company, commanded for today by Cadet Yu Zhen Tong of Shanghai, China. The
So I'm guessing that this is cadets only, because it looks like everybody's dressed the same. Um, and for those of you who don't know, drum major is entirely different from usual leadership of the formation. With you can see commander and then guidon bearer. I haven't actually seen the commander and guidon. I've never seen a guidon bearer march with a band. I've never seen the commander on the outside. Commander's always playing. When I was drum major at New Mexico Military Institute, commander was behind me on trumpet, I think. Of course, trumpet. So anyway, let's see. A kind of a sloppy-ish turn there. And recovery time is a little slow. Recovery as far as getting back into alignment, getting that dress cover interval distance. And then having the first sergeant as well marching behind. I don't know why they're not. Maybe they're not band members. Maybe they're leadership assigned over the band. Little muddy there, snares, honestly. Clarity is love the old style of wearing the drums on the leg. Then you're playing with traditional grip. Bass drum, nice job, nice and solid. So you didn't you didn't play the three chords. Sound off. Da da da, and then you march, do your thing that you just did, and then come back into your position, and then the three chords again. I forget what that's called. Been a very long time since I've marched in a band, but you can. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you can go online on YouTube and either find, all of the military bands do this, but probably the easiest to find is the marching band at Marine Barracks, Washington. And sometimes they go back and forth with the drum and bugle corps as well, but they have the three chords before and then directly after the review there that they do, trooping the line essentially. So as far as the I wanted to go back to here. Nope, I wanted to go back farther. Here we go. So you're doing interesting. It looks like some of the band members are doing normal-ish column and not marching up and then squaring off like this. It looks like you're pivoting in a couple of different places, and usually the band will march up and square off. Everybody will do that consistently throughout. So what's interesting is that some are now watch saxophone player back here. Now watch him as he comes up, and watch the individual in front of him. This saxophone player right here. Pivot, and then pivot. Okay, good. But in front of them, watch in this area. So we've got pivot, pivot, again, pivot. A couple of different pivots. Also, and maybe I was just misinterpreting what I saw earlier, but as the band members are pivoting, they're pivoting on the left, making that right flank. So it looks like you're actually doing what I was talking about, squaring off each of these instead of making a kind of an arc around. But as you're pivoting, the right foot here, you're pivoting on the left, the right foot is coming over and stepping over the left. So you have your center of balance is still moving in that original direction, and you're not anticipating that turn, so that you create your or recreate. So as you march, you have of course the term just left me, a walking base. So you have a walking base, and in this case it's a marching base. So that's the distance between your feet, inside to inside, and it's usually 3 to 5 inches, something like that. It all depends. People are different, and so we march with and walk with a distance in between our feet. Well, when we execute a flank, in this case, any kind of pivot really, we need to recreate. So this is the pivoting foot. This is the inside foot that comes over, takes that first step in the new direction. So pivot here on the platform of the left, and then bring the right out to initiate that first step in the new direction. So the right foot there then not only has the distance from the heel of whatever you're marching, most likely 30 inches. So you need that distance, but you also need the marching or walking base. You need to recreate that so that you're not stepping out of alignment with the rest of your file that's in front of you. And I noticed there's quite a bit of that step over. Either the right foot steps in front or steps over the left. So if you're going to give commands to your company, then you need to turn around. Commands are given facing, unless you're echoing. So the full command is given facing the formation, and then whoever's echoing is going to turn their head over the right shoulder.
Now marching onto the parade field is the battalion commander and his staff. The battalion commander is Cadet Michael Machari Pagan of Lake St. Louis, Missouri. The battalion executive officer is Cadet Rene Garcia Garza of Catareta, Nuevo Leon, Mexico. The battalion sergeant major is Cadet Kevin Shane Wong of Detroit, Michigan.
One thing I love about military schools
is Cadet Anthony Robert Malik of Overland Park, Missouri. The battalion's security and
is
intelligence
that
officer is Cadet Gorka
cadets
Ator
come
Yorke
from
Zertuch
all
of
over the world.
Lisbon, Portugal. The battalion plans and operations
One
officer
cadet was
is Cadet
from,
Marco Jose
I think it was
Afane
Beijing,
Giamatelli
China, and
of
now
San Salvador,
one
El
from
Salvador.
Mexico.
The battalion logistics officer
I
is Cadet
love
Ian
that. I
Masters
really
Moore
do.
of Overland Park, Kansas. And the battalion communications officer is Cadet John Latenzer of Kansas City, Missouri.
Wearing the scabbards properly, but you're holding the scabbards while you march.
The Corps will now execute the Manual of Arms to demonstrate their discipline, teamwork, precision, and drill capability.
Oh, so, right. I remember watching one of the parades before that was in your, I'll call it field house, because it looked quite large, definitely larger than a usual gymnasium. So this is the manual of arms isn't supposed to be given per company. The manual of arms is supposed to be given for the entire formation, and that's the commander of the formation gives those commands. So that, and there's a couple other things I've noticed here. And I don't know if the video was paused at a certain point so that we missed a command. We missed a couple of things here with the band for the march in, and then also I think at another point. So just a few seconds here, a few seconds there was missed. So I don't know if I'm missing certain commands. And one of the commands then would be give your units attention and present arms. Give your units order arms. So that's that's an army technique that is used. Air Force then uses that as well. But the manual of arms is usually given by the battalion commander, and it's for everyone at the same time. So going company by company here is a little redundant, and it definitely does take up a lot of time. So battalion commander, you gave present arms for everybody. So then, but you didn't give the other usual commands that the battalion commander would give. Yeah, I very much appreciate this. Honestly, I think this is just great. I love it. Oh, how nice. The, I believe that the Marine officer here is the commandant of the school, and then uh, the soldier, the cavalry soldier here, is going to be the VIP. So I can't tell. There's commands definitely being given. I just can't tell if anybody's going to eyes right. Yeah, definitely not the usual that I'm used to for a military parade. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're entirely wrong. I understand that the commandant is Marine Corps and that you do have a. Oh, you're also actually also going behind. Oh, okay. Wow, this is quite thorough then. Usually that part is skipped, but okay. So timing snares, timing. Yeah, not all that clear. Anyway, so what I was going to say is not that you're wrong in doing what you're doing. It's because there might be a mix of standards for the Marine Corps, what the commandant is used to, and then also the Army JROTC program that you have there. That I'm pretty sure I noticed that there was an Army JROTC office, or at least classroom, to the left, I believe it was, in that field house, to the left of the camera anyway. So, facing at an angle. Interesting. And calling battalion present arms wasn't necessary. And you have.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's interesting. You have every single officer coming forward for officer center. So we'll skip the national anthem here. Oh boy, rolls. So standing still, drum majors usually don't use the mace to conduct. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Getting ready for the pass and review. So, so for those of you who don't know, it's pass in review with little dashes before and after the in. Pass in review, not pass and review. You're passing in review.
Now approaching the reviewing party is the battalion commander and his staff. The battalion commander is Cadet Michael McCharty-Pagan of Lake St. Louis, Missouri. Following his staff
Oh,
is
several
the MMA
pipers.
marching band. The band is under the command of drum major Cadet Kevin Sangster of Las Vegas, Nevada.
So I can see the commander sawing over there. And I hate that technique. I honestly do. I'll show it to you in just a second here. There. Now, watch the commander here. It's just a terrible technique. Honestly, the hand should be frozen at the side for the salute. Personally, I much prefer the Marine Corps technique. So. Anyway, watch him sawing back and forth. It's not exactly what's supposed to happen. It takes a lot of forearm. There you go. Saw. No, not exactly what's supposed to
Following the
happen.
band is Bravo Company, commanded by Cadet Yu Zhen Tong of Shanghai, China.
Oh, Shanghai. Sorry, Shanghai, China. Yeah. Nice job, colors, but you're supposed to stay at mark time and then give forward march.
Following Bravo is the MMA Color Guard, commanded by Cadet Kellen Mugisha of Kigali, Rwanda.
Wow. So, a little more practice for
Following the Color Guard is Charlie Company,
each of
commanded by
the
Cadet
platoons
Alan Beck
here.
of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Some are doing fairly well. They're not
And last but
bad.
not least is Delta Company,
Alignment
commanded by Cadet
is
Clayton
a
Johnson
bit
of Brecksville,
out,
Wisconsin.
but still, some platoons are doing better than others. So, yeah, it's interesting. Oh, and then everybody marches off. Okay. So, my question then is, I wonder. I can't wait to go and see the campus. But so I wonder if this is the usual pass and review area, the parade ground for the school, and then you have all the houses around, and I'm sure the locals quite enjoy coming out, and that's probably who's in the crowd as well as parents. But then I wonder where they march off to. It'll be interesting to find out one day. All right, so anyway, I was mostly just watching and enjoying, honestly, but yeah, as with anybody, the band needs some work, some marching work. How I explained those pivots, and then practicing marching, practicing playing. Keeping up with your schoolwork. It's a demanding life, and keeping up with being a cadet, especially when you're new, and you're not a recognized cadet. You're doing all kinds of stuff, and you have no time, which is exactly how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be pushed into a place where you force yourself to create time to do everything that's necessary and eliminate everything that's unnecessary, and it works for many people. But there's some work that needs to be done. But still, it was thoroughly enjoyable to watch the parade. A couple of things that don't necessarily make sense to me, but that it might be a an academy-ism, and I'll just leave it at that. So anyway, thank you for the request. Thank you for the opportunity to learn something more about Missouri Military Academy, and thank you for watching. Now, if I can just turn this thing off, there we go.